There are a bunch of different XP farms going around for Star Wars Jedi Survivor, but I've also found a really good one as well, and all of these you can do very early on in the game so that you can get skill points very easily and pretty quickly. I think these are the best XP farms in the game because it allows you to unlock every skill in Star Wars Jedi Survivor very early on. If you want to boost the amount of XP you get, you could head over to the Cantina, and once you have Z at the Cantina, you'll be able to purchase a perk called Wisdom, which grants additional XP for each kill. I highly recommend purchasing the additional perk slot first though, just because it's nice to be able to carry 4 perks instead of 3, but if you want to level up a bit quicker, you could go ahead and grab this Wisdom perk, that way you don't miss out on extra XP. You unlock Z by following the story, but also you'll need some data discs to be able to purchase the Wisdom perk. These are lying around like all over the place throughout the game. Once you purchase it, just make sure to actually go into your perks menu and equip it. Now this one isn't as early as the other one that I'm going to show you, but it is possibly the best way to get XP, period. And I mean, you can still do it pretty early on. I did not come up with this method, I actually saw it somewhere else. I have no idea, I can't find the video now, but once I do, I'll leave it in the description. But just travel over to Basalt Rift, to the Rift Passage meditation point. If you do not have that meditation point, I'll show you how to get to it starting there on the map, since once you get here, you might be wondering where to go once you come to this dead end. All you're going to have to do is wall run up a few different times until you're able to reach the roots that Cal can grab onto in order to climb up and onto the ledge, where you can keep on trucking along up the hill and into the double doors on your left hand side. And once you enter that big room, you will find your meditation point called Rift Passage. Now the reason this XP farm is so good is because it's incredibly easy to do. As you probably know, harder enemies drop larger amounts of XP, but we're going to grab the skill called Howling Push inside of our Telekinesis Force skill tree, and if you don't have enough skill points for this, just watch the next XP farm that we'll go over. But it's totally worth buying this skill. Once you do that, we're going to move along back towards the way that we came from. If you killed the giant Wampa looking Mogu enemy on your way here, don't forget to rest at that meditation point because we're going to use him once we jump down there where we originally ran up that wall and make Mogu chase after us while we run down the pathway and onto this broken bridge. It's like a broken chunk of bridge hanging off of the cliff. I'm sure you know by this point what we're going to do. We're just going to jump over him and off to the side and push him off of the ledge by holding R2 or the right trigger. As you'll see, this gives you a giant chunk of HP with almost no risk and no real difficulty, because no matter what difficulty you're on, you should just fly off of the ledge. Now you just need to run back up to that meditation point the same way that we originally went and rest so that the enemy respawns, and you can do it over and over again. For our next XP farm, we're going to head over to Kobo because you can farm this spot for XP super early on in the game. We want to head to this meditation point at Derelict Dam in Kobo. This spot is found very early on in the story within your first couple of hours, and once you get here, you can turn around and run towards a sort of pathway that you wouldn't normally need to go down if you're just following the story, but if you do, you'll come to this big old Goroko, at least I think that's the name of it, and just take him out. I personally think that either the dual wield or the blaster stance is the fastest way to do this, but it doesn't really matter. Just kill him with whatever you have and then run back to the meditation point and rest and allow him to respawn so you can farm him over and over again. Now there is also a ledge near this guy, and what's crazy is if you use that skill that we already went over, the Howling Push, you can actually push this guy off of the ledge as well, making this also a crazy way to farm XP and level up. Anyways, there you go. These locations should allow you to easily farm XP and get skill points real quick, especially early on in the game. If you have any additional XP farming spots, leave them down in the comments. Subscribe and stick around for more Star Wars Jedi Survivor videos. See ya.